YouTube faithful, what's going on? It is Monday and we have primetime football today. We got a banger. I'm talking the best game you could ask for. Just kidding. We got the Steelers versus the Giants. My God in heaven, it's gonna be a long night for the NFL. But maybe, just maybe, we get ourselves a nice little game. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see, baby. Tune in. Monday Night Football. You know it's gonna be hitting either way. So, we also have basketball today. So I could just make the NFL video go the easy road, but no, I'm going to talk NBA and NFL, hopefully come up with 4 plays from each sector that I like, and there also is a World Series game today, so you might want to make 6 legs with 2, 2, and 2. Ooh, the possibilities are endless. There's promos on Underdog, Parlay Play, Chalkboard, and even PrizePicks. All the promos are in play. The links are in the description, and that will get you 30 days of the cord. But without further ado, let's break this puppy down. Grab your popcorn, grab your Red Bull, whatever have you, sit back, relax, and get ready for a 15-minute master class. The first thing that I want to talk about is this football game, okay? We do have the Giants facing the Steelers. Now, the Steelers are a different team now. They got Russell Wilson. Let him cook, they say. Did he cook? He cooked the Jets. Is he going to cook the Giants? Now, truth be told, that Giants defense is nothing to play around with. They don't give up a lot of yards through the air, and I personally am not 100% sold on Russell Wilson. He could have just had a good game. It could have been an outlier game. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, but I do believe that you can beat this team on the ground, and the way to beat that team on the ground is going to be with the man, the myth, the legend, Najee Harris rushing yards. Or is it, fam? Well, I think you could take his rushing yards if they had a Gabby at like 45 or something like that. 64 seems a little bit too high because Russell Wilson's in the backfield, and I don't know if they're just going to be running it that much. They may try to air it out a lot, or maybe because Russell Wilson's in the backfield, the running game opens up. So if we go take a look in more detail, you can see rushing yards allowed versus running backs. They're ranked 22nd in the league. That's pretty bad, okay? But they do play tough defense. There's just some teams that always play tough. Ravens, Giants, Steelers, the Browns. There's just some teams that are like that. Seems like they always play good defense sometimes, no matter how bad they actually are. You can see that they're running the ball 53% of the time. You can see that Najee Harris is the one getting all those rush attempts. You take Fields out of the mix, he's going to get even more rushing attempts. So is Jaylen Warren, which brings me to this. We're going to go over to DG and check out the market data, and you can see his rush attempts is the most optimal play with what we're given. His rush yards at 64.5. It's 63.5 on Pinnacle. I've actually seen it even lower on some books, but this is a very popular play. 135,000 people are on this, and I just hate taking those plays because they never work out. Look at Buddy Hield's points yesterday. Look at all those NFL popular plays that went to Chalk City yesterday. My goodness, people were eating chalk yesterday, but not me and my crew. But 64.5 rushing yards, it's in the mix, and also his 15.5 rushing attempts. There's literally 135,000 people on this and only 8,000 people on this. I think they're both in play. I have split exposure to both. I'm on board with both gents. Now, the next play is going to be Pat Freiermuth, who I believe just had a birthday a few days ago, which he did. And on top of that, it was just National Tight End Day yesterday. So maybe they want to get him more involved this week as kind of like a birthday present, tight end thing. Maybe, who knows? But yesterday, the tight ends did feast, and I did make a tight end only slip for National Tight End Day, and it smashed. And I will show you guys that later in this video. But for now, when you're talking about big Freiermuth, as they chant in the stadium, you got to consider the man's fantasy score and his receiving yard. PrizePicks scores their fantasy score for every time he gets a ball catch in his hands. That's a point, and every 10 yards, he's going to get a point. If he gets a touchdown, this is all automatically green. If he gets 4 catches in 30 yards, green. 40 yards and 3 catches, green. Multiple paths to victory. I like having exposure to both. Now, remember, like I told y'all, they don't give up a lot of yards through the air to tight ends, receivers, any position. And if we go back over here to DG, you could see his receiving yards are actually being kind of juiced juiced under because some books have him at 28, some have him at 27. But the combo with him and Robinson at 66.5 is pretty good, which is why you want to have a tool like this. It gives you fast, up-to-date, instant market data on all the sports books. And that's not all it does. It has an AI slip generator. It has all this stuff. You need to make sure you're using the right tools, the tricks of the trade, if you will. And this is one of those tools. Use promo code CRUSH. You'll get 25% off your first month. I use this hand in hand with my projection sheets and process every single day. Folks, you gotta have it, especially for NBA. So you can take the combo here. You could take his receptions at 2.5 would be awesome. If any of the books, Parlay, Play, Sleeper, any of them have it at 2.5, you want to get that. But I'm going with the fantasy score. I think that's where the best value is today. You could just see they took his receiving yards off the board in real time. So now they're kind of forcing you to that combo or the fantasy score. Again, either one is fine. I have exposure to both, but I did do the fantasy score as well, okay? And then if you're looking for Giants plays, it was going to be, for this video, it was going to be Neighbors and Pickens 129.5 receiving yards combo. But this is the thing, and I want to be clear about this. If this game doesn't shoot out or gets completely ugly, and I'm talking like that Bengals Giants game we had a couple nights back on primetime, meaning 7-10 or 6-0, these receiving yard combo props are going to be chalk too, because they still need to get 130 combined. Now, Neighbors is a stud and Pickens is a stud. Pickens is going to come into his own, especially now that he's got a QB that can throw, hopefully. But when you take these combos, the idea is, and we took a lot of them yesterday, is that one of the guys can have a ceiling game and the other guy just has to have an average game, and you can still green it. Okay, like the Thomas and Jaden Reed combo yesterday we were on. Reed didn't do anything, but Thomas carried. Okay, and then Reed got that 50-yard at the end, but that's how NFL is. So I do believe that this is in play, and obviously since you have to run it back with somebody from the other NFL side, that's good. And then in addition to that, remember, I'm trying to give you stuff that no one else is really talking about. I think, well, they took it off. It was going to give you something for Tyrone Tracy, but let me see if there's anything else. Daniel Jones over half an interception. Is it on here? Yes, there it is. Now, this is a gut call, okay, for the most part. Betting on someone to get an interception is extremely volatile. You guys have to understand that. But let me pull this up real quick. The Steelers are third in forcing interceptions. I mean, that's absolutely an amazing stat, okay? He didn't throw one against Philly, but he threw one against Cincinnati. He didn't throw one against Seahawks, but he threw one against Dallas. Do I think the Steelers can get an interception? Absolutely, you betcha. They're third in forcing interceptions. I think you can take a shot on that. We all know Daniel Jones isn't exactly the brightest quarterback, but again, it's very volatile, okay? If he passes a lot, then this is going to be even more in play, especially if they're trailing, because it forces mistakes. Nobody's immune from throwing picks. Look at Pat Mahomes. He's thrown one every game this season, but they're still winning games. Now, I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. This game is not that great, which is why I'm not going heavy on it. I'm not doing full deep analysis on it. I did post projections for it in my Discord and a full playlist and some lineups for you guys to tail. And before I get into the NBA part of this video, I do want to shout out my Discord family, the Cord Faithful. Y'all crushed yesterday. The YouTube video that I put out yesterday went 8-1. It was an absolute master class, and the only popular play that I even talked about was Breece Hall, and he was the only one that chalked. Everything else I talked about hit. All the way down from Baker Mayfield to Cedric Tillman to Connor to Montgomery to Gibbs. I mean, it was a master class. 4,000 of you saw it. That means a lot of you guys got dubs. Now, I know the NBA videos that I put out last week were rough. We had that banger NBA video on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, the two NBA videos were rough. And that's going to happen. NBA's still early on. But we cooked NFL Week 8. It was always Week 8. I do get enough of those data points, and I can be surgical. Heald and Barkley did this for the two-man sleeper. I gave this out, this underdog three-man on the Thursday night's live stream. We had to wait all the way till Sunday to get Dak. Cash it. And then the reason I tout this live stream, some of you guys are new to this channel. You're like, why is this guy always trying to get me to spend money to come to the live stream? Because if you're not in the live stream, you're cooked. Point blank. Even the ones that are in my Discord, they don't make it into the live stream. They're just cooked. That's just how it is. You gotta be there. This was made in there. This was made on Saturday morning when I was driving to go play golf for the day. I was telling my boys in the Discord, gut calls, no models yet, no projections, just my own gut. Book it, cash it 2x. Hunt should have got there, whatever. The Chiefs sold that game. The full six-man, though, did get there. The one where I handcuffed Monty and Gibbs together. A lot of people tailed this in the Discord and got it in. That's 25x. Mix and match. You could have had Nagasaki. This was straight from the live stream as well. We had the tight end combo with the kicker combo. Another one from the live stream. Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Central, I have a live stream. This is where this slip was produced. Cash it. Another one from live stream. This was the tight end slip that we made, a 6-man. And whenever you're in those live streams, you can put in whatever you want. You can tail direct. You can make 5-mans, 4-mans, 3-mans. People do that and they crush, and I'm going to show you that shortly. Another one from the live stream, 3-man. I took 3 that were in the 6 and broke it down, and I could keep going all. Another one, a 5-man I made out of the tight ends. Guys, it was a master class, okay? A lot of people got dubs, brick, tactical chalker. I mean, this list is enormous. There's one particular that I'm looking for where he took all 8 legs of the live stream, put them in together, all the call-outs, and absolutely cooked. I just need to find where he is. Here it is. I am God's son, okay? He was in the live stream, and look at this. George Kittle, Rush Tutties, Mark Andrews, Tucker Kraft, Engram, Kyle Pitts, Will Dissly, Taysom Hill, and Lucas Krull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legs. And not only that, he gave it to Yant33, who was also in the live stream, and tailed it, and he got like $400 or $500 from it from a $5 bet. Okay, another guy, Opa Willie, he took all the different lineups or props that were mentioned, because we had Harden, we had Zubac. He mixed it around and made his own 6-leg. That is when you will win the most. When you take the props that you like, the plays that I give out that you like, turn them into your own lineups with what you like the best, that is when you're going to win the most. You don't want to just be dependent on the way I'm building slips. You have to step up to the plate and make your own. Davy Jones with another dub. There's Yant33. This is the one. $400 from an 8-leg parlay. $5 into 400, buddy. That's hitting. I don't care what y'all say. 5 into 400. And I gave all of these out on our live stream. 9:30 a.m. Sunday Central. There'll be another one for week 9. Know your role. Get in the mix. You just need one good week to justify being in my Discord, folks. I'm not one of these cappers that is giving you guys a Discord and then just posting 3 or 4 lineups with some stupid write-up and then taking off. I don't do that. I literally teach you guys how to win, and I do live streams every single day. Win, lose, or draw, I'm in the mix. This is my life. I take this deadly serious. I don't play games when it comes to this. Yeah, I joke around and stuff, but this is my livelihood. This is my entire life. I'm not just one of these guys that's just putting something together, trying to fleece and make a few bucks and then disappearing. I'm building a community that's going to be around forever. Now, where can you get in the mix and get these plays and get the live streams and the projection sheets for football that look just like this? Today's projection sheet for the Steelers game is already posted, as well as the NBA projection sheets. So get in the mix. And for those of you that didn't make the YouTube shout out under the winning slips, I'm sorry. I'm just crunched for time. I'm shouting all you guys out. Y'all did the Lord's work. Y'all tailed. Y'all listened. Iceberg, No Powers, Watts. I mean, there's a ton of you this week because I made sure that everybody was locked in to the best of my ability anyways. I love seeing these 6 legs hitting. And the reason I take time out to do this is because when I see comments like, oh, I don't think Cap is real. I think he's just capping. Somebody wrote a comment like that the other day, and I wanted to slap him back in reality, but unfortunately it's just a comment section, so I just left it alone. But there are some of you that say stuff like that and you're so lost you're never going to get it. I don't even want you in the Cord, to be honest, because you're just going to be a headache for me. And there's others of you that aren't even in the Discord yet, and you come back to the videos after you win and you give me a positive reinforcement message or you email me and then you end up joining anyway. So I'm very thankful to you guys. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are getting dubs. It's not going to be like that every week or day, but it will be like that more often than not. CaptainCrush.net, gold package. This will give you all access, $25 a month. I know it's a price point that's a little high, but it is cheaper across the industry, especially for what I'm providing. And unfortunately, I'm not independent on my own. If I was, it would be a little bit different, but I still have a lot of obligations with Dub Club and everything else. But I promise you this, if you guys join, you may not win right away, but I will turn you into a winner. You will get your money's worth. The live streams pay for themselves. So get in the mix, y'all. Now let's transition over to NBA. Pause. We're transitioning? Yeah. Oh, that's a weird word these days. But also real quick, for the World Series of Poker, no, the World Series of Baseball, we got Juan Soto Bean. Their backs against the wall. They're playing at home. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for Soto is a must play today. If he sells, he sells. He's been getting it done. Back against the wall, you have to target one of them. Soto's going to be my guy, okay? And then from the from the Dodgers side of it, everybody's on Tommy Edman 1.5 RBIs, and for good reason. Look at this. He's just been smashing this entire series, and you're getting a demon payout. Pays 3.5x. If you want to put that in there, you can, or you could just go with the GOAT Tani. Even with his injury, he's still the GOAT, so you could go there, or you could go with, obviously, Freddie Freeman, who's just been getting it done too. In fact, I will have a two-man with Freddie and Soto and just ride that train until I'm forced off. Now let's talk about NBA, baby. NBA. All right, now, keep in mind, you D-gens, NBA is still very volatile right now, just like I said, but you want to see this hat, the Oklahoma Thunder? They respect coin. Did you see that game yesterday? I wish I would have went to it. If it wasn't a Sunday, your boy would have been there. Chet, Shea, Shy, whatever you want to call him, Dorcher Chamber, and J-Dub, they all cooked. There's amazing chemistry on that team. They all respect coin. They all went yarn. And whenever they're doing good, it's going to be a good day. And we don't even have Hartenstein in yet. I cannot wait to see what else we have in store this season. Now, what I'm going to do for this NBA portion is I'm going to give you my favorite Goblin play right out of the gate, which is going to be Jimmy Butler, 3.5 rebounds. Right here. This has been my favorite Goblin for a minute now, but he's having high potential rebound chances. I believe he had like 10 last game. I do think the matchup is mid, but I do want to have exposure to this. And then the second one would be Anthony Davis, 20.5 points. These are my two favorite Goblins, okay? You don't pair these together for a lineup. You take these and make daily doubles. So you could take Davis with any other random prop and you would get 2x. That's the idea behind it. So Anthony Davis and Jimmy Butler, those are my two favorite Goblins. I straight up just spoon-fed you two gobbies. Mix them and match them how you want. Use them as fillers. Do whatever you're going to do, comment guy. Just miss me if they chalk, because even though it's a gobby, it ain't guaranteed. There ain't no guarantees except Captain Crush is going to come on this microphone and cook. That's your only guarantee, baby. But what else we got? We got to talk about a man, the myth, the legend, and they already bumped him down, but Victor Wembanyama, I took less, 40.5 PRA, and right now, you can take less at 41.5 on Chalkboard, and it's a great payout. It's like 1.78x. They got him way overpriced. They're out of their minds. He was at 40 on PrizePicks. Now he's down to 39.5. I told the Cord faithful, get it in because he's moving down. But Cap, Chalkboard has it at 41. I said, it's mispriced on Chalkboard. You take under there too. Know your role, jabroni. Shut your mouth. Take less. If he sells, he sells. Why? Folks, it's real simple why. Because we just saw this matchup, okay, number one, and he didn't get it. But look, this is what it is. Minutes equals money. They're gatekeeping Wemby, and I have zero interest in getting popped and taken over on Wemby anymore until I see him getting minutes. 30 minutes in a game that went down to the wire versus the Houston Rockets 2 days ago. 28.5 minutes against Dallas. No foul trouble, no nothing, no reason to pull him except for the fact that pop is gonna pop. So I'm not interested. You understand? So I'm just taking less, and if he sells, he sells. He had 37 here, but he also had 29 points. It's not about him having 30 points or 40 rebounds, whatever. It's about the minutes. Minutes equals money. And if he's not going to be playing 35 minutes, I think taking less at 40.5 is fine. Now, do not take this on PrizePicks right now, jabroni, because they already moved it. You already lost the value. But I'm telling you, you can take less on Chalkboard at 41.5. That's a 2-point differential. It's a slam dunk. If he sells, he sells. I'll tell you right now, just as sure as water is wet, if Wemby plays 35 minutes tonight, he's going for 45 PRA. That's just how it is. Minutes equals money. It's all about point per minute in the NBA. Point per minute, fantasy point per minute. That is how you determine it. So I'm telling you right now, if he plays 35 minutes, then chalk it to hell. But if he only plays 30 again, then cash it, most likely. Most of the time, it'll be a cash. Is it going to be a sweat? Of course it's going to be a sweat. He's one of the best players in the league right now. Of course it's going to be a sweat. But if they're going to gatekeep his minutes, I'll take my chances. Only on Chalkboard. If I see slips with 39.5 and he lands on 40 and you guys are like, Cam, I'm going to slap you too. Let's move on. Now, this next play is a bigger mystery than Jimmy freaking Hoffa. For you young heads out there, just Google Jimmy Hoffa and you'll figure it out. It's a mystery. De'Aaron Fox, 5.5 assists. He's going to be playing the Portland Poverty Trailblazers, and they have the line at 5.5. Your boy, that's me, Crush. I can't figure it out. Lakers, 10. Minnesota Wolves 11. Let's dig deeper. Put on your tinfoil hats, boys, because it's about to get gritty in here. We're going back to DG. We're typing in Fox, and we're going to talk about it all. You can see his assists, 5.5, minus 111, minus 122, minus 125, minus 110. There's no consensus except for Bovado over here has it priced correctly at minus 135. The rest of them, they're all out of the mix. They're all on crack. I don't understand how Fox is being juiced under or over. I don't understand it. Okay, it shouldn't be a 50-50. This should be minus 140 in my opinion. Why? Here's why. Here's the head-to-head data against Portland. Now, I don't care about this because this is last season. He only got 3 assists on 414, but that was at the end of the year. Season was done, and he only played 25 minutes. Like, the game meant nothing. And then on 12/26, the day after Christmas, which who knows what happened, he played 38 minutes, and he still had 10 potential assists, so his teammates just weren't hitting shots, and they got blown out 130 to 113. Again, this is last season. Forget the head-to-head data last season. It doesn't mean anything. Let's look at his last 20 where he's gone over 10 of 20 times, okay? And you can see Portland's assists, they're 21st allowed overall, and to point guards, they're 17th. It's still a good matchup, okay? So the matchup makes sense. But what struck me the most crazy is they're not showing the Laker potential assists for whatever reason. He had 14 potential assists versus the Wolves the other day, okay? They're not showing the Laker data, but whatever, but it was probably 14 or 15 too. 14! And he only needs to get 6, okay? He's exceeded 5.5 in 6 of his last 7 games at home. He seems to do better at home anyways. 10, 11 assists. Folks, I don't understand why this line is being priced like this. I really don't. So what I personally did was I took his points at 22.5 and his assist. I took it with Wemby and split it up. So I took Fox over 22.5 points with Wemby under 40.5 PRA. And then I took the same thing with Wemby under and Fox assist. That way, if he hits one or the other, I'm in the mix. But now, PrizePicks moved his points up to 23.5. That's a full point of value. Another reason to be in the Discord. And you want to know what the best part is? There's no fire emoji, meaning that no one is on this play. So you don't even have to worry about that nonsense. So if you want to take the bump at 23.5, that's your prerogative. I would recommend going on Chalkboard, taking the alternate line to 21.5. Take that with the Wemby at 41.5 less, and you got a little crispy 2-man. You can do the same thing on Parlay Play and Sleeper. The links are in the description, and I'll throw in 30 days of the cord. That is what you want to do. But I'm telling you right now, I could be way wrong about this, okay? I'm willing to eat the chalk. I can't understand it. I've asked people in my Discord who I talk about basketball with. They don't understand it either. It is a ridiculous point spread by like 12 points, I think. So the only thing that could happen is they get blown out and he only plays 25 minutes. But I don't try to predict blowouts in the NBA. That's a fool's errand. It never goes the way it's supposed to. So there it is. If you guys want to tail it. If not, you don't have to. And then the next thing is going to be Klay Thompson in 2024. My goodness, are you kidding me? But we got to consider Klay Thompson 3 rebounds versus the Poverty Jazz. Now, Klay has been doing very well in his new role as a Dallas Maverick, okay? If this line was 2.5, it would be the play of the day automatically, baby. Automatically, it would be the play of the day. But since it's at 3 on PrizePicks, we got to tread carefully. I do believe he lands on 3. So I'm thinking and assuming, fingers crossed, the worst case scenario we push. Can he get 4? Absolutely. If you can find it at 2.5, it's good. I would not pay minus 180 on it logic on a direct sports book. I'm talking about on a fixed payout site like Underdog, Parlay Play, etc. But you can still take this. I think it's okay. If you go look at DG, you can see it's still 52% to go over. The books have it priced at minus 160. To go over 2.5 rebounds, minus 165. That's why I said if you could find it at 2.5 on any other of those books, Chalkboard, Sleeper, etc., take it at 2.5. That's so crispy. My goodness, it's crispy. In fact, I may just make Klay Thompson the thumbnail and put Game 6 Klay, question mark. Pinnacle said, nah, we ain't even putting a line on it, baby. But I do take this. I think he's getting 3 at least, and that would be the worst case scenario. Well, the worst case scenario is he chalks and he gets 1 or 2 or whatever, but yeah, you know what I'm saying, chat. You know what I'm saying. Let's keep it a buck. Speaking of chat, there will be a live stream today, just like always, at 5:15 Central Time, the Lord's time zone. Make sure you're there or be square. Those of you that missed the live stream, you're missing a master class. Look at this. Granted, this is a new team, but 70% of the last 20 he's hit. Last 10, 90%. The point is he grabs bounds. Now, against shooting guards, rebounds allowed, they're ranked 22nd, the Utah Jazz. Overall, they're ranked 5th, but against shooting guards, which is what Klay is, bang, 22nd. allowed. Now, last game he had 5 rebound chances, but remember, there's big Nurkic, Durant on that team, and he still got it done. But on 10-24 against the Spurs, he had 10 rebound chances. That is crispy. And again, 33 minutes, 26 minutes. This game was a blowout. I'm taking it, man. There's just too many ways where he goes over and not a lot of ways where he doesn't. In fact, he gonna be the thumbnail because Game 6 Klay is loading, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Game 6 Klay. Let's get some 4 rebounds for the boys. Or just get 2 and chug it to the very depths of hell, like Golok says. Now, folks, I got a full playlist. I got all the lineups posted. I got a live stream coming up. I got NBA and NFL projection sheets loading, which is how Wanna just won $4,000 the other night using the model. You gotta lock in, okay? It's not just a promotional piece because it's a business. It's my livelihood, but I want you guys to join the live stream because that is where you're going to get value. And also, it's a hobby. This is a community that we're building. You can come here, hang out. No, let me give you guys some honest truth. Another reason why I built this Discord community. Nobody in your circle of friends cares about you losing your parlay. Okay, I promise you they don't. So when you send them a text, you're like, bro, look at this. Unless they're as heavy as a degen as you are, which they're most likely not, let's keep it a buck, they're not going to care. But if you're sweating something that everyone else is sweating in a Discord full of like 600 people, everybody cares and is invested in the same thing. It's the sense of community. It's good to have that reinforcement. It's like taking your hobby to the next level. It's always better to be with people that have your same interests than just being a lone degen. That is why I keep the price point to where it's affordable and easy and offer 6-month yearly packages to where it's completely a non-issue unless you're just complete poverty like a few people like Timmy. But we always try to bring Timmy out of poverty. It is what it is. So hopefully I see you guys in the mix. CaptainCrush.net gold package. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.